What's going on, League fam, and welcome to another YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, then please consider subscribing and hitting that notification button so you know whenever new content comes out. I really do appreciate all the support. Today, I've got a Malzahar gameplay, and Malzahar is one of those champs that I've been picking up in the preseason because I want to have something that I can kind of blind pick if I'm ever in the first pick and I don't know who my mid matchup is. Malzahar is one of those champs that's pretty easy to play, which is, again, fits my criteria. I like easy champs. I feel like he has really good control, which he is a control mage. Also, he can lock down people with his ultimate, which, again, is really good. That's what he's known for, is his R. And not just that, he has really good wave clear, so you can, play good wave management and roam, help your team. So I think he does a lot of really good things, and he doesn't have a ton of terrible matchups because of his ultimate. So I'm up against a Leblanc here, and I think this is a perfect example of like how to play or the reason why he's good into some of these assassin type champs. First of all, Leblanc really wants to roam, and her wave clear isn't the greatest. It's okay, but at the same time, if I can keep her from pushing out waves, which will prevent her from roaming, or if she does roam, she's going to lose a lot of CS and experience, then that's what I want to do. So Malzahar is a great pick. Plus, with your passive, you have a shield that blocks one of her first ability or whatever on you. So that kind of helps mitigate some of her bursts. And again, I also have my R to lock her down if she really gets, too close. So that's what I want to do. My main focus here is I know LeBlanc's early wave clear is not great, so I'm trying to I want to shove this in early on. That's my game plan. And then after that, play the wave from there. But that's my early focus, is to shove this in so that she can't get control over the wave. I want her to have to miss CS under turret because it is a little bit difficult for her early on. And it also helps me get priority early for my jungler in case that he's trying to get like a neutral objective like a scuttle, or if he gets invaded on. So I'm keeping my eye on Nocturne, making sure he's okay. But again, one of the benefits of having that early lane priority, and champs like Vlad, sometimes it's really hard sometimes to get that early priority. But with somebody like in this matchup where you have something good, you have good early wave clear as opposed to them, then you can get that early priority. So I'm keeping an eye on Nocturne again. I also want to say that you're not going to see a ton of kills, but you will see good map control, I think, or decent map control. If I remember this game correctly, this was a few days ago, so sometimes the old man's memory is not the sharpest these days. So I do believe that we end the game. I think they end up surrendering. So here comes Mundo again. Spell shield's great. Doesn't hit me. Another reason why Malzahar is good, he can kind of block that first CC lock that they, if they try to gank you. So what I like to do with Malzahar is start off with corrupting pots, because you do suck up a lot of mana early on. Now once you get Lost Chapter and start to build your Ludens, then you will never really run out of mana. But what I like to do, or at least what I've been doing lately, and you could see that LeBlanc tries to trade with me, but honestly, look how much damage she takes just from her going in. I can easily get my I think it's the visions on her or whatever, and I can't even remember the name of some of these skills, y'all. This is how bad it is for me. I'm more of a picture book kind of person, so I know the pictures, I know what they do, but reading is just not my thing. So anyways, what I was saying is that, look, she tried to trade with me, and she just lost out heavy. And going back to my items, I like to start corrupting potion, and then I think I'm gonna go back here, get a dark seal, maybe. Yeah, I do get a dark seal, and go right into getting the sapphire crystal for more mana. You could go Doran's ring to help, to go with that as well. The reason why I like this is because dark seal extends the duration of your potions, so again gives you more mana to really just shove the waves. And LeBlanc wasn't able to shove here, and I have TP, so now I have full wave control. So if she backs, she's going to miss out on a ton. And so that's why I also like taking TP with Malzahar. You can take barrier. I don't know. Some people like to take Ignite. You can go really whatever you want besides Flash, but that's the reasoning why I like to go Teleport. I like to play the waves more. And you can see that whenever she gets close, if she gets too close to something that has my visions on it, it'll jump right to her and she takes a ton of free poke. So I'm just chilling. I have my ult, so now I'm looking to roam. I'm looking to go down here. Nocturne is down here. Nocturne's trying to take the dragon, and I think this is where I think I'd make a bad play. So I see Leblanc backing. So I could do two things here. I can go for this dragon and help Malz or help Nocturne, which is what I'm doing. But I really want to get this gank. Now we see Mundo coming. Now we can't do anything. And it turns out Leblanc didn't back. And so my misplay here is I should have just gone back. Honestly, once I knew that Nocturne was just trying to get the dragon and not gank, and he didn't have his ult, then I should have just went back. Or I should have just not helped with the dragon, and I should have just gone in because they were so shoved up. And again, with my R, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill until they start building QSS, if they even start doing that. Because trust me, a lot of people still don't build it. But yeah, that's what I should have done. I should have just gone straight for the gank or got the dragon, gone straight back to the mid lane. So now, what pressure I did have on Leblanc, I kind of lost a little bit of it because she did end up getting a free back because she shoved in the wave a little bit, and she'll be back by the time this wave crashes. So, again, misplay by my part. And it's, misplays can happen even if it's not a death or anything like that. It's just decision making. And that's what I'm finding a lot more in my gameplay as I analyze it a little bit more. I think my decision making can be off. And the thing is too, is that, the thing I'm finding, and I talked about this in the podcast, is that really good players, especially in mid lane, can soak up information really fast, and they're always assessing the situation. That is something that I have a hard time doing, is checking information around the map. I tend to focus really hard just on my lane, on what I'm doing, and I'm not looking around enough globally around the map to figure out what is a good play here. So again, I'm just shoving in. Nocturne gets the kill on Mundo, which is great. We shove here. I feel like we could dive here if Nocturne came, but he already used his ult. I like this flash attempt by Blitzcrank, even though he didn't get it. I mean, it wasn't my summoner, so but whatever. He tried to make a play. It didn't happen. I mean, Leblanc is going to be tricky to get. And it was a good reaction by Leblanc, honestly. If she didn't, W back right away, then she would have definitely gotten killed. So now I see them diving hard, and so I want to jump in now. I have my ult. I feel pretty good. Nocturne's coming. Unfortunately, our Blitz dies before we get there, and Jhin isn't here. So here's what's going to happen. I think that Nocturne has the Sylas here, and so I want to go for Ashe, and I want to flash ult her. But she flashes as well. I don't think I needed to ult on Sylas there. It's a guaranteed kill, yes, but I didn't have to waste my ult. But it's no big deal. I have a 10 CS lead here. I'm just going to go back. You can see I still have mana, still have 2 pots left. So I can come back without backing and just push this wave back out. This is why I love Malzahar, because you can really just continue to get that lane pressure, and with TP up or when you shove, you can roam, and you can see that Leblanc hasn't been able to roam either. So not only am I creating more pressure around the map, I'm preventing Leblanc from doing the same thing that I am. So I'm going to push this out. So I tell Blitz to stay bot, because unlike in the mid lane where he just made a quick play to try to make a play there, which was great, he's just hovering top, staying in the bush, and he's staying there way too long. And the problem is that he's leeching XP from Teemo, which Teemo needs. As a solo laner, you want to let them have the XP. So I put a ward there. You guys may have seen me do that in some of my gameplays. This is something I'm trying to incorporate more often. It's just, I don't think I needed to do it here because I'm Malzahar. I have the lane pressure, but against somebody where you are getting shoved in a lot, that's a great ward to see where they roam. But again, because I am having the lane pressure, it's nice, but it still helps me see where LeBlanc is planning to go. So after she clears the wave, I could see, where she's trying to make a play, because she is deadly when she roams. And that's what I want to make sure I want to make sure I'm in control of that, because I'm a control mage. So again, using my ult here. I don't know if we get her. Do we get her? Okay, yes, we do. So again, great mechanics on my play, if I must say. Oh, I end up dying. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, Oh, this is what happens. This is, oh my gosh, extreme fail. Let me just rewind it a little bit. So you can see I'm hitting the turret there, but what happens is I end up taking turret shots and I'm looking down here, and usually when you take damage, your screen turns red. However, at the same time, Nocturne ults, so this blue kind of, I see it a little bit on the red, but I'm like, oh no, I end up dying. And it's such a great fail by me. And I think I blame it on lag. So here's another tip, guys. You make a bonehead play, just say lag, okay? There you go. You're absolved of all mistakes, okay? But what a bonehead play. And I'm going to, this is transparent. Y'all just going to see all the bad and hopefully some of the good. There's probably going to be more bad than good, but that's part of me just learning. So again, she's taking damage here. I missed my Q. That's really important. You want to get your silence on them, and it just extends the duration of your visions as well. So it's very important to hit that Q, and I didn't there. If I did, she may have been dead. Okay, so let's fast forward a little bit. Again, I'm just extending this pressure mid lane. She really can't do anything. I'm really not afraid now once I have my ult. She's so low that I don't think, even if they ganked me, that I would, I'd be able to take out one at least. And, creating pressure where they have to send two to you. If you get a 1-for-1, that's a good win. Granted, there are no, there is the Rift Herald up. I would say it's better to do that pressure play when there's an objective up, but it's not like Nocturne was down there. Okay, we see Aurelia here. I think I want to go in on Aurelia, but, oh, I do get hit here. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. Nocturne's doing work. Again, I don't have a ton of kills, but I'm pressuring the map, taking blue buffs, roaming around. We get good vision. And this is just, I think, a decent look at how control mages can be played to win the game against something like an assassin. I'm able to do what my champion does, and at the same time, Leblanc isn't able to do what she's supposed to do, which is, assassinate and roam. Here, I think I make a bad play. I feel like we can dive again because I have my ultimate. I know Silas took my ultimate, so I'm wary of that. And that's really bad right there. You see how Ashe procced my passive, so and I don't have the spell shield up now. That's actually a really good stun there, but unfortunately I get stunned by Aurelia's, and I tried to get Aurelia there, and I thought Jin's ultimate was really bad there, but and I don't know if he was reloading or whatever, but he just walked away, and that ult was pretty bad. I just gotta say that I don't know what happened there. I honestly think we could have won that, but it's not that big of a deal. So fast forwarding now. Again, we have a mid lane turret over them, which means we can get vision here, which is what we should do. And as Malzahar, as a control mage, I like to get scouting wards in the mid as opposed to sweeping. I think sweepers are good. I think you get more value of them if you're like an assassin trying to really get that vision control. For me, I tend to like scouting wards better because it just, I feel like I can see the map better. And yes, they can get rid of them, but that's just my personal preference. I don't know if that's the right play or not, but sometimes you just got to do what you think is right. And so here we go. Easy R onto Mundo, and we get the kill there. Again, so good, easy. Once you have mid lane, you can just roam with your team. This is what makes Malzahar so strong. You can control the map and push mid, get vision, start making plays with your ultimate. Not that difficult. And again, this is why I think she's such a great blind pick. So I'm going to get blue buff here. Going to fast forward a little bit. CSing isn't the greatest, but it's not terrible. I see a fight's happening here. I should have immediately just gone up here, but I wanted to shove this wave. And because we got the kill, I feel like, okay, well, I can just push another wave. They should be able to get this. There's like 3 on 1. There's no need for me to go over there. I'm going to shove that out, push that turret back. I'm pretty strong now. I have Ludens. Once you get Ludens and Rylai's, you're pretty strong because you're slowing everybody. You do a ton of damage, and you have, again, with the slows from Rylai's and your ultimate, you have great CC. This is me going top because I have teleport. And let me see if I actually do teleport here. I do see Silas there. I know they're all there, but we don't exactly have control over it. They have vision on the dragon. So I'm just peeping over. to see if they're gonna fight. But if they're not, so I think, yeah, I do hide out in the bush here for a second because I don't see all of them. And I want to make sure that I'm just not pushing without seeing anybody. Okay, so Blitz gets caught here. This is where, so now I'm like, okay, this is a bad fight. There's no need for me to go here. So I'm just going to shove in. So because that was such a bad fight, and I see Aurelia's there. Now, I don't know if she has TP or not, so she could TP back. However, that was we already lost the fight. They're already going to get dragon, so there's no point in me trying to teleport there. The best I can do is just shove this wave, create pressure on this top lane so that hopefully they have to respond. And it stops them from pushing mid lane or whatever. So I'm keeping an eye on the map. I see they disappear. I'm assuming they recall. I do see Ashe, so it's good for me to go. Leblanc is back. So now I'm going to back, and I think I do use my T because I see Silas has actually stayed. He hasn't backed. And I see Nocturne going in. Now I do think it's a good time to go in here. Let me see. I do teleport. Okay. I do think it's a good time to teleport because I know we have the numbers advantage. So I'm just going to go in here. Again, using my ultimate on Mundo. Probably should have used it on Aurelia, but I think it's okay. And we get another kill there. So not bad. Again, I think that was a decent decision for me to TP there and not earlier. It ended up working out okay. That's one thing I know I struggle with too is TP decision making, because you can't cancel it anymore like you could before. Before you could just, TP, and then if it looks like a bad play, just cancel it. I'm going to go with Haunting Guys into Leandry's because they have a Mundo, so that's really going to help out with all this health. So I'm just going to fast forward here. Again, we have pretty good control over the map. Looks like we get a kill there. Let's see what happens. Okay, Leblanc is going in. Oh, we get a nice pick there. Yeah, Nocturne's going with the ult. Okay, nice pick. Okay, so I have my ult here. So I feel like, yes, we can get that. So we do. So again, easy plays here. With Malzahar, very easy, especially if they're not building QSS. It's really not good. Another underestimated thing, I think, with Malzahar is the silence. Silences are crucial. And when your team when the enemy can't flash or use any of their abilities, it's really strong. Like, you can do things and they can't respond. This is why I think Garen is also really busted, because like Malzahar, he's a simple champ. He can silence. That ultimate again. Jid's ultimates are on point. I gotta tell you what, man. They're great. 10 out of 10. All right, let's fast forward here. Okay, looks like I'm pushing here. I'm just shoving this wave in. Like, we have a huge wave, so I'm just gonna back. Okay, he takes my ultimate. Blitz is honestly, Silas could have just ulted there, used my ultimate there. All right, looks like we do have a fight going on. I have my ultimate. I'm ready to go. I use it on Aurelia because Aurelia is freaking strong. And we don't actually get the kill, which is unfortunate. And the Ashe arrow just interrupted it enough to where I wasn't able to do that. But we still ended up getting the double again. Oh, it didn't look like I went Rylai's. I think I went Void Staff early because I saw they had a lot of MR. But Rylai's is really good on Malzahar. But again, if the enemy team is building a lot of MR, they're tanky, then definitely early Void Staff is still worth. All right, so I think that's pretty much the end of the game. We end up winning here. So if you enjoyed that, then please let me know. If you like this content, then let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button. But again, thank you so much for the support. Until next time, enjoy your climb on the Rift. Try not to be too toxic, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.